Hello everyone, welcome. My name is Phoenix and this is the Consumer's Guide to Filmmaking. Monkey Man, 2024, Dev Patel. This film follows the life of a man known only by his chosen moniker of Bobby. Scraping by through fighting in an underground boxing ring, Bobby uses what little money he has to track down a woman named Queenie. Bobby uses his wits to get a job at a hotel where he discovers that the man that killed his mother is a frequent guest. From this point on, Bobby's sole mission is to bring this man to justice by any means necessary. This film was getting some mad hype in the film circles I follow, and I think that hype was mostly warranted. Dev Patel made a strong debut with this entertaining action film. This film, I feel, is a big case of when it works, it fucking works. For a first-time director, Dev really shows a strong sense of visual style. Probably taking cues from the filmmaking of his home country, India, as well as contemporary action films like John Wick, the cinematography is erratic in the best way possible. It's super guerrilla and handheld. Everything from simple conversations to those grandiose action scenes are shot at close and interesting angles. But that doesn't mean it's nauseating bullshit, even though it can be a bit overwhelming at times, because let me tell you, these action scenes are the real shit. Aside from the fact that Dev Patel and his crew shot these action scenes wide and long, cutting only for stunt work and really showing the violence and the amazing choreography, the choreography itself has an amazing sense of stakes to it. Even at the end, when he turns into a badass martial arts killer, it is established that every fight is a fight for his life. The first major fight between Dev and the chief of police was so fucking exciting because it felt like we were gonna lose our main character right from the jump. It is just so exhilarating when you feel like anything could happen when the main character gets into a scrap. These action scenes are given a great boon and power by the production design. As I mentioned, the stunt work, the choreography is top-notch, there's great, special effects and gore. But another thing I loved was the locations and the sets. Shooting in Indonesia, Dev wanted to shoot in India, but COVID fucked those plans up. Dev Patel really spent the time to make sure it looked like the sprawling streets of Mumbai or New Delhi. Further, with the very close and guerrilla style of shooting, the cramped and overpopulated country of India felt really authentic. However, now we have to enter into the film's inconsistencies, and our first topic in that regard is the music. Like I said earlier, when it works, it works. The score isn't too prominent and amounts to some typical thriller-type droning music and atmospherics, but shit picks up when licensed music is used, which sadly is inconsistent in quality. The use of Indian-style rap and pop was perfect for the setting, and they were banging during the action scenes. My favorite was a piece by metal band Bloodywood, which played during one of the final action sequences. That shit went fucking hard. However, as good as that is, there are some really bad uses of popular songs that made me cringe super hard. I want to say the first culprit was this DJ remix of Roxanne by The Police when we have a scene with this prostitute character. That was the most on-the-nose, god-awful use of that song ever. Then there's a similar DJ mix of Jefferson Airplane's Somebody to Love. I swear to God, both of these atrocities sounded like trailer music that makes blithering fanboys and normies do the fucking soy face when they hear it. Fuck off. This film is better than that, Dev, and you fucking know it. On to the writing, and I think the script's faults are twofold. The first is that this story, on a nuts and bolts level, is quite derivative. It's this congealing of every action movie, revenge thriller trope that I've seen done in other movies, sometimes better than this. Like, the first movie, obviously, you'll think of when seeing this is John Wick. Like, come on. But my next issue with the film is Dev Patel. Not that his performance was bad, because it was pretty good, very good at times even. The problem is that, whether he intended this or not, this film is a vanity piece. There are many moments, especially in the monastery section, where this scene is only happening to stroke Dev's ego. Like, good for him, he got ripped, But did we really need the screaming girls when he took his shirt off? That was way too fucking obvious. Come on, Dev. Thankfully, the writing is greatly elevated by the setting and the issues it tackles. The film is filled with tons of Hindu iconography, much of it playing into the character of Bobby and his quest for revenge. Further, it handles heavy social issues such as the treatment of Muslims and minorities in India, as well as government corruption. This theme is the basis for Bobby's revenge quest, as his mother was killed when a corrupt religious figure was repossessing land for his own needs. While it isn't exactly a thoughtful and enlightening examination of these subjects, their application to an action movie gives the fistfights more weight, you know? But what I think I love most about the writing is the pacing. The film has a fantastic ebb and flow to it, and at 2 hours, Dev wastes no time and justifies every minute. The action in the film is built through excellent character and plot development, so that when these action scenes hit, they are not only cathartic, they make sense from a writing perspective. I never checked out of the movie, and despite its faults, it held my interest. Overall, Dev Patel is one of those actors who may have some potential and upside as a director. Taking from his influences, sometimes a little too much, and crafting a story that is clearly close to him and his homeland, Dev Patel's Monkey Man is a smart and ruthless thrill ride. When he irons out the kinks, I think Patel could easily have a banger film inside him. Check this film out if you're in the mood for a John Wick-esque action film one evening, I say. And I am feeling a 7 to a 7.5 out of 10 on this one. Maybe it's a little closer to a 7.5 than it is a 7. We'll see on rewatch, though. Catch you later, guys.